What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings video here in Anfield Agenda after the Reds have beaten West Ham in a 7-goal thriller by 5 goals to 2. It was a crazy day in the Premier League with 19 goals scored in the 3 p.m. kickoffs by 18 different goal scorers. So what we're going to do here is go through the referee, the players, the substitutes and our manager, giving them all a score out of 10. On each player card you'll see 2 score badges. The one in the upper right hand corner is the Anfield Agenda average viewer score, and the square in the bottom centre of the image is my score. If you'd like to submit your player ratings moving forward and still have a chance to enter our giveaway, and we'll be announcing the winner of this framed and signed Jurgen Klopp shirt completely free. That'll be announced tonight in the late night agenda, so do make sure you enter. We'll have another prize that we're giving away in March, April, May, June and all the way through 2026. Well, thanks to our incredible friends at the collectorscorner.co.uk, and thank you to them for the continued support. Right, let's get stuck into it. And as always, you know the drill. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button. So we're going to start off with the referee, Tim Robinson, not the comedian slash actor, but the referee, Tim Robinson. I thought he was all right. In all honesty, I don't remember too many major talking points in the game involving the referee. So I'm going to go and give him the standard 6 for a decent performance. And the chat, similarly, 6.1 there for the Anfield Agenda audience. But I thought, honestly, it was a decent enough performance from the ref. Was a little bit nervy when I seen VAR having a look at Van Dijk's header. But apart from that, all good in the refereeing regards. Moving on now to Alisson Becker. Look, he conceded 2. Don't really think any of them were his fault. But there are moments where he's starting to give us a bit of pause for concern. Shot stopping wise, no issues there. Fantastic save from Somerville as well in front of the cop. But in possession, he's almost been caught out on a few occasions. And early doors there again, playing the ball out that was intercepted by Jared Bowen and ricocheted back to him. So taking all of that into account, I'm going to give Alisson a score of 6 today, and the Anfield Agenda viewers have gone for an average score there of 6.3. Let me know how you're feeling about Alisson though, and of course we'd love your thoughts on the Georgie Mamardashvili situation, as some reports have suggested he may look for a loan in the summer because of a lack of game time. Next up, we go to Joe Gomez, who I think did a very fine job at right back today. I really rate Joe Gomez as a player, and I've said this many times. His versatility is something that we've been able to rely upon in the years gone by. Today, when he got that ball in the 18-yard box and he swiveled to strike it, I thought we were going to get our Joe Gomez goal, but it wasn't to be. Manager took him off then, of course, at the end to bring on Jeremie Frimpong, and we'll get to him in a bit. For Joe today, I'm going to give Mr. Gomez a score of 6.5. And the audience, whose scores I don't know, by the way, when I'm doing this, I'm finding out in real time what they are. So the audience have gone for a 6.6 for Mr. Joe Gomez. Ibrahima Konate, I actually think he was the better of the 2 centre-backs today, personally. Both of our centre-backs, on occasion, can be a little bit sloppy in possession, but I thought he was the better of the 2 today. Now, you may disagree with me on that one, but for me, I think Ibu just shaded it. So I'm going to give the big man a score today of 7, and the audience has gone a little bit lower with a 6.5 for Mr. Ibrahima Konate. Most importantly, though, fingers crossed that he does sign a new contract and extends his stay with the Reds. So we move on now to our captain, Virgil van Dijk. I wasn't happy with himself and Ryan Gravenberch for the Souček goal. I have a little bit more sympathy for Gravenberch because Souček was behind him and Virgil did try to react but was a little bit slow. You know, you can say it was a good goal from West Ham as well, but that was the difference for me in the scoring between Konate and Mr. Virgil van Dijk, and why I just shaded it for Ibu. So for Virgil, I'm giving him a score of 6.5. The audience, they've gone a bit higher there for Virgil. I know we scored, and I know that can blind us to the scores, but defensively is what I tried to judge Virgil on, and I thought Konate was just a tad bit better today. But either way, great to have the big man on the score sheet again, and Liverpool absolutely flying from set pieces. Next up, Milos Kerkez, who, look, he settled into the role. He just looks like he belongs in the team now, and we are seeing the player that we thought we brought in from Bournemouth. Again, I thought he was good today. Loved that he was giving Cody an option on the overlap, and that Cody fed the ball into him on a couple of occasions. Just really like him, really enjoying seeing him at the club. Got worried when he banged and collided his head in the centre circle. He really did hit the ground with a proper wallop, but shows the physicality, the strength of the man that he got back up and got on with it. So Batman returns, ladies and gents. And score from me is a 7, and it's a 6.8 from the Anfield Agenda viewers. Now we move into midfield, and look, I'm not going to lie, I'm not happy with Ryan Gravenberch in the performances lately. He is showing that he isn't the number 6, and our system is being exposed a little bit. We know that he's very good at progressing the ball. We know that he's very good at protecting the ball, but has he got that defensive mindset to sniff out danger? I don't think he does, nor do I think he has the physicality that we've seen this season in the Premier League needed in the position. So I think we can, again, look to utilise him a little bit further forward in the summer if we bring someone in. But for now, I just don't think he's been cutting the mustard. So you'll get that joke if you're on the watch along. I just don't think he's been cutting the mustard this season. I really don't. So for me, I'm going to give him a score of 5 today. The audience have gone a bit higher with a 6.2, but I really don't think Gravenberch has been good enough for the majority of this season. We said the same about Alexis Mac Allister, who has improved a little bit, but for me today, I wasn't really feeling it from Ryan Gravenberch. So 5 for me and a 6.2 from the audience. Moving on now to Alexis Mac Allister, who did look far better today and really was getting stuck in. Came in second place, by the way, in your man of the match poll. The winner on that was Hugo Ekitike. But Macca, that was a good, solid performance from him. So for me, ladies and gents, going to give Alexis Mac Allister a 7. And the audience have gone the same. Great to see him on the score sheet as well. Very well taken goal. Just can't stop scoring at the minute. And long may that continue. So it's 7s all around for Alexis Mac Allister. Moving on now to Dominik Szoboszlai. I thought it was a good game from Dom. Don't think he really ran the game, but it was a decent enough performance from him. Certainly been the standard bearer in many, many games for Liverpool this season. And I, as I'm sure many of you are, relieved to see him back in midfield where he does his best work. Today, I thought he could have played within himself a little bit. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. We did score 5 goals. We did create a lot. But again, our midfield can sometimes be a little bit too easy to find their way through. Dom, though, enjoying his performances, so it's a 6.5 from me, 6.8 from the audience. But I do think it wasn't his best game, but it wasn't his worst game either. I kind of think he was middling a little bit today, but I do love that he now wants the ball. Jamie Carragher did a great bit of analysis on Monday Night Football, I think it was a while back, just showing that he wants to be the man to make those moments now. He wants to take control of it, and that, for me, is a very good sign for Mr. Dominik Szoboszlai. You can see his influence growing in the team as well. Cody Gakpo. And again, I actually got a little bit of grief today for somewhat defending Cody Gakpo. I don't actually believe that's happening, but I thought Cody was okay today. Did grab himself a goal, of course, which is very welcome. Did use the overlapping runs of Kerkez a little bit more. Still felt more excited though when Rio came on. I can't get away from it. Seeing Rio on the left side, those step overs, the quick foot behaviour, the ability to take on a man. I want to see more of it. I guess the question is, would you like to see Cody Gakpo utilised as maybe a second striking option until Isak is back fit and available? I'll leave you to answer that. But for me today, for Cody Gakpo, I'm giving him a score of 6.5. And the audience have gone lower with a 5.8. And look, I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. I do feel that there hasn't been too much of a drop-off from Cody this year compared to previous seasons. I think the big difference is that there hasn't been a Diaz there to take up some of the slack. So 6.8 or 6.5 from me, and a 5.8 from the viewers. Moving on now to Mohamed Salah. Take no pleasure in saying it again, but wasn't really at the races today. Wrong decision making, just slowing down attacks. I did think he helped out more defensively today. I will give him that, certainly more than he did in the previous one. But let's be honest about it. It's now most of the season and we still aren't seeing the same Mo. First time in his Premier League career for Liverpool that he's gone 10 games in the Premier League without scoring. And that's okay. He has enough wiggle room for that 10-game period with no goals. He scored week in, week out for many a season. But it's the other stuff. It's the assists as well that are starting to dry up a bit. Is a good set-piece deliverer from a corner. I'll give him that one. Put some good crosses in today. But it's still, I got to be honest about it, I'm finding myself wanting more on the right-hand side. And we asked the question in the match reaction, should you see Jeremie Frimpong now getting more chances as a right winger? Or would you like to see him continue to come on and play at right back? So let us know your thoughts on that. But for me, for Mo, going to give him a score of 5.5 today. Audience, as you can see, feeling like I've been too generous. They've gone lower with a score there for Mo of 4.8. Let me know your thoughts though in the comments. Hugo Ekitike, this one's easy, really good, really enjoyed it. Wonderful footballer, just enjoy him on the pitch week in, week out. And Keep doing it, Hugo. I love it. I love the energy he brings to the team. I love the dynamism. I love the fact that he drops into the channels on occasion as well. Links things up. Just really, really enjoying his Liverpool career. So for me today, for Cody, excuse me, not for Cody, for Hugo, going to give him a score of 7. Cody Gakpo on the brain. 7.5 for me. Excuse me for the wrong name. And 7.9 for the Anfield Agenda viewers there for Mr. Hugo Ekitike. I honestly love this guy. I didn't know what to expect when he came in, but absolutely love him. And the big question is, when Isak comes back, is he going to be able to push out Hugo Ekitike from the starting 11? I don't know. First French player to score 11 goals in his first Premier League campaign for a team in the league as well. So well done to Hugo on that. Right, next up we move on to star boy, Rio Ngumoha. Tell me you didn't love them step overs, because they weren't just step overs, they were step overs with end product, and that's what I really enjoyed about his cameo today. Getting a shot away, unlucky not to grab himself a goal, just looks like he's ready. He really does, and you know, fair play to the manager bringing him on to give him 15 today again. It was interesting seeing him up against that West Ham defence, and you know, you can again make a call from to potentially start one of the 2 games coming up against Wolves. So for me, for a cameo off the bench, one that I very much enjoyed, I'm going to give Rio a score of 7, and the audience have gone for a 6.8 there for Mr. Rio Ngumoha. Moving on now to Frimpong. Brilliant. Just brilliant when he came on. Honestly, just brilliant. Did I mention he was brilliant? Because he was brilliant. Really attacking the space well, showing a great turn of pace, an eye for a pass, just everything I want to see in the final third of the pitch on that right-hand side. So well done to Jeremie. Brilliant to have him back. Hopefully that hamstring injury nightmare is now behind him, because you can see what he can bring to this team. So even though it was a cameo from the bench, I'm still giving him a 7.5 because it was a very impactful one. And the audience kind of agreeing there with a score for Mr. Jeremie Frimpong of 7.1. Now, we move on to Trey Nyoni. He's going to feel like he should have had himself a goal today. Lovely to see him get minutes, and Connor made a very good point. It was interesting to see him turn to Trey Nyoni on the bench and not Curtis Jones. Does that tell us something about, well, the future prospects of that Liverpool midfield? So, Nyoni today with a score of 6.5 from me and a score of 6 from the Anfield Agenda viewers. Well done, Trey, and again, probably feel like he could have had himself a goal. And we move on now to our manager, Mr. Arne Slot. Difficult one this, because in some ways it was a very good attacking performance, and in another way, though, the game was a little bit too open for, I'm sure, his liking. We gave up too many chances. In the race in the XG, we had an XG of 1.92 and they had an XG of 2.09. So believe it or not, we overperformed their XG by about 3 goals today, and West Ham were pretty much on the money with theirs. Even looking at it from a possession stat, it was 51-49 in their favour. So I'm very happy with the win, but it was far from perfect. We continue to pick up points. We're moving in the right direction, and I dare say by the end of this weekend, we will be in those Champions League spaces. So for me, all in all, I'm going to give him a score of 6, because I think that's about fair based off what we've seen today. Still trying to find that balance between defence and attack. If we can shore up the midfield a little bit, I think that'll probably go a long way into helping out here. So 6 for me, and it's a 5.8 from the viewers. Now, my friends, it's over to you guys to let us know your thoughts in the comments. I'm off to record the Anfield Agenda podcast with Connor and Chris. I'll be back tonight for the late night agenda. And again, don't forget to enter our giveaway. We'll be announcing the winner later on this evening. Much love. Thank you for watching. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.